Dr. Vex had studied hundreds of species. He had seen creatures that could survive in boiling water, beings that could live without oxygen, aliens that could regrow lost limbs. Nothing surprised him anymore, but humans surprised him. The Galactic Science Institute had sent him to Earth for a strange reason. Not to study human weapons. Not to study human technology. To study human tears. No other species cries, the Institute had said. Not from sadness. Not from joy. Not from loss. Only humans. Find out why. Dr. Vex did not understand the assignment. Tears were just water. Salt water. Every species had water in their bodies. What was so special about humans? But he followed orders. He took a small team of researchers and flew to Earth. The human leaders were confused when they heard the request. You want to study our tears? Asked a human official named Director Chen. Why? That is what we intend to find out, said Dr. Vex. Director Chen agreed to help. She did not see any harm in it. Tears were just tears. Dr. Vex set up his laboratory in a quiet building near a human hospital. He asked for volunteers. Humans who were sad. Humans who were happy. Humans who had just lost someone. Humans who had just found someone. The humans came. They sat in a small room and cried while Dr. Vex watched. The first volunteer was a young human woman. She had just lost her grandmother. She sat in a chair and tears fell from her eyes. Dr. Vex collected the tears in a small glass tube. He expected to find salt. Maybe some water. Nothing else. He put the tears under his analysis machine. The machine beeped. Then it beeped again. Faster. Louder. Dr. Vex looked at the screen. His eyes widened. Impossible, he said. The tears contained chemicals. Not just salt. Complex chemicals. Chemicals that should not exist outside of a laboratory. Chemicals that human scientists could not even make. One chemical was a natural painkiller. Stronger than anything the Xylos had ever seen. Another chemical was a stress reducer. It calmed the brain. Another chemical killed bacteria. It could clean wounds and stop infections. These are not just tears, Dr. Vex whispered. This is medicine. He ran more tests. He collected tears from a happy human. A young man who had just become a father. The man cried tears of joy. Dr. Vex tested those tears. They were different. Less painkillers. More chemicals that made the heart feel warm. Chemicals that created feelings of love and connection. Dr. Vex was confused. The tears change based on emotion, he said to his team. Sad tears heal the body. Happy tears heal the heart. This is not random. This is design. His assistant, a young Xylos named Lin, asked a question. But why? Why would a species need to make medicine from their eyes? Dr. Vex had no answer. He decided to run one more test. A strange test. He collected sad tears from the young woman who had lost her grandmother. Then he put those tears on a small cut on his own arm. Within minutes, the cut stopped hurting. Within an hour, the cut was half closed. Within a day, the cut was gone. Dr. Vex stared at his arm. He had never seen anything heal so fast. Not with the best medicine in the galaxy. This is impossible, he said again. He called the institute. He told them what he had found. The institute was quiet for a long time. You are saying human tears are medicine? Asked the institute leader. Yes, said Dr. Vex. But that is not all. When a human cries near another human, the second human's body also begins to heal. The tears affect others, even without touching them. The institute leader was silent again. Then he asked, are humans aware of this? Dr. Vex thought about this. He had asked the human volunteers. None of them knew that their tears had healing powers. They just knew that crying made them feel better. They do not know, Dr. Vex said. They think crying is just an emotion, a release. They do not know it is also medicine. The institute leader spoke slowly. So humans have a natural healing ability that they do not even understand. An ability that works on themselves and on others. And no other species in the galaxy has this. Correct, said Dr. Vex. There was a long pause. Then the institute leader said something that made Dr. Vex's blood run cold. Do not tell the humans what you have found. Not yet. We need to understand why this ability exists. And we need to know if it can be used as a weapon. Dr. Vex felt fear for the first time in his long life. Not fear of the humans. Fear of his own leaders. They saw human tears not as a gift, but as a tool. Something to be used. Something to be taken. He looked at the small glass tube still sitting on his table. Inside were the tears of a young woman who had lost her grandmother. Tears of real grief, real pain, real love, and his leaders wanted to turn that into a weapon. Dr. Vex made a decision. He would not tell the humans everything, but he would also not help his leaders steal from them. He would keep studying, keep learning, and he would wait. Because he had a new question now. A bigger question. If human tears could heal the body, what else could they do? And why did humans cry together? Why did they share their pain instead of hiding it? Dr. Vex looked out the window at the human city below. Millions of humans. All of them crying. All of them healing. All of them completely unaware of the magic inside their own eyes. For the first time, Dr. Vex understood why the Institute was scared. Not because humans were strong, but because humans were kind. And kindness, Dr. Vex realized, was the most dangerous thing in the universe. Dr. Vex could not sleep. The tears sat in his laboratory, waiting. He had tested them 10 times. Every test gave the same answer. Human tears were medicine. But he needed to know more. Much more. He woke his team in the middle of the night. Run every test we have, he said. Every single one. The Xylos researchers worked without rest. They put human tears under heat, under cold, under radiation, under microscopes that could see atoms. The results were the same every time. Human tears contained natural painkillers, stronger than anything the galaxy had ever seen. 1 drop could stop a headache. 2 drops could calm a broken bone. Human tears contained stress reducers, chemicals that told the brain to relax, to stop being afraid, to feel safe. Human tears contained bacteria killers, tiny soldiers that attacked infections and cleaned wounds. When a human cries, Dr. Vex said slowly, their body makes medicine. Inside their own tears. No machines. No laboratories. Just the body. Making what it needs. His assistant Lynn looked at the data. That is amazing, she said. But it is not scary. It is just biology. Dr. Vex shook his head. Wait. There is more. He ran one final test. A test he had been avoiding. He wanted to see what happened when one human cried near another human. He asked for 2 human volunteers. A mother and her young daughter. The daughter had a small cut on her finger. The mother was not hurt. Dr. Vex put them in a room together. Then he asked the mother to cry. The mother thought of something sad. Her face changed. Tears fell from her eyes. The daughter watched. She did not cry herself. But something happened inside her body. Dr. Vex's machines went wild. The daughter's body is healing, Lynn said. Look. The cut on her finger is closing. The pain is going away. But she is not crying. She is just watching her mother cry. Dr. Vex stared at the screen. The tears are not just medicine for the one who cries. They are medicine for anyone nearby. The chemicals go into the air. Other humans breathe them in. And their bodies to heal. He ran the test again. Different humans. Different injuries. The same result every time. When one human cried near another human, the second human's body healed faster. Stronger. Better. It is contagious, Dr. Vex whispered. Not the crying. The healing. Lynn looked scared for the first time. So when humans cry together, they all heal together. Yes, said Dr. Vex. When a human is sad, they do not hide. They find other humans. They cry together. They hold each other. And in that moment, every single one of them becomes stronger. Not just in their minds. In their bodies too. He sat down. His legs felt weak. We have it wrong, he said. The whole galaxy has it wrong. We thought human sadness was weakness. We saw tears and laughed. We called them soft, emotional, fragile. But they are not weak, Lynn said. No, said Dr. Vex. They are the opposite of weak. They have turned sadness into survival. Every time a human cries, they are not breaking down. They are building up. They are healing themselves and everyone around them. He thought about his own species, the Xylos. When a Xylos was sad, they hid. They did not want anyone to see. They thought sadness was shameful. They suffered alone. They got sick alone. Sometimes they died alone. Humans did the opposite. When a human was sad, they reached out. They called a friend. They hugged a family member. They cried on a shoulder. And in doing so, they shared their pain and made it smaller. They shared their healing and made it bigger. Dr. Vex picked up his communication device. He needed to tell the Institute what he had found. But he was afraid. The Institute did not like surprises. And this surprise was very big. He recorded a short message. To the Galactic Science Institute. I have completed my tests. Human tears are medicine. They heal the body and calm the mind. But that is not all. When one human cries near another human, the second human also heals. The tears release chemicals into the air. Any human nearby breathes them in and becomes stronger. This is not a weakness. This is a superpower. No other species in the galaxy can do this. Do not make humans sad. Their sadness makes them stronger. I repeat, do not make humans sad. It will not break them. It will make them fight harder. Heal faster. Love deeper. I am sending my full report. Read it carefully. Then be afraid. He sent the message. Then he sat in the DAC and waited. His assistant Lynn came to him. Dr. Vex, she said quietly. What happens if someone tries to hurt a human's loved one? What happens if they make a human very, very sad? Dr. Vex closed his eyes. He had not thought of that. If sadness made humans stronger, then great sadness would make them greatly strong. What would happen if a human lost a child? A partner? A parent? How much medicine would their tears make? How fast would their body heal? How powerful would their grief become? I do not know, he said, and I do not want to find out. Outside the window, the human city was waking up. People were hugging, laughing, crying, sharing their lives, sharing their tears, sharing their healing. Dr. Vex watched them and felt something he had never felt before. Respect. And fear. Mostly fear. The message from the Galactic Science Institute arrived at midnight. Dr. Vex read it 3 times. His hands were shaking. Your findings are interesting but not proven. Run a new experiment. Find a way to stop human crying. Remove this ability. Prove that tears are not necessary. Dr. Vex wanted to refuse. But he could not. The Institute owned his research, his career, his future. We have to do it, he told his assistant Lynn. We have to try to stop humans from crying. Lynn looked worried. Dr. Vex, is that safe? I do not know, he said. But we have no choice. The first test was simple. Chemicals. Dr. Vex found a drug that blocked tear production in other mammals. He gave it to a human volunteer named Marcus. Marcus was a young man with a kind face. Take this pill, Dr. Vex said. Then we will show you something sad. Marcus took the pill. An hour later, Dr. Vex showed him a video of a dying dog. Marcus's face grew sad. His eyes got wet, but no tears fell. It worked? Lynn asked. Then Marcus started sobbing. His body shook. His face twisted in pain. But no tears came out. He cried without crying. It was terrible to watch. Stop the test, Dr. Vex said. Marcus kept sobbing for 20 minutes. His eyes were red. His head hurt. He felt worse than before. Much worse. That was awful, Marcus said. The sadness was still there. All of it. But I could not let it out. It just stayed inside. Burning. Dr. Vex wrote in his notes. Chemical block fails. Tears are not the sadness. Tears are the release. Blocking tears traps the sadness inside. The second test was meditation. Dr. Vex hired a human expert who taught people to control their emotions. The expert worked with a volunteer named Sarah for 2 weeks. Sarah learned to stay calm, to breathe slowly, to push sad thoughts away. Then Dr. Vex showed her something sad. A video of a soldier coming home to his family. The video was happy and sad at the same time. Sarah tried to stay calm. She tried to push the feelings away. She lasted 3 minutes. Then she cried. I am sorry, she said, wiping her eyes. I could not stop it. The feeling was too big. The meditation expert shrugged. You cannot meditate away being human, he said. Tears are not a failure. They are a feature. Dr. Vex wrote in his notes. Meditation fails. Humans cannot choose not to cry. Tears happen automatically when emotions are too big for the body to hold. The third test was hypnosis. Dr. Vex found a human who claimed he could hypnotize anyone into doing anything. The hypnotist worked with a volunteer named Elena. He put her into a deep sleep. He told her mind, you will not cry. No matter what you see, you will not cry. Then Dr. Vex showed Elena a beautiful sunset. A painting of a mother holding a baby. A song about lost love. Elena's eyes filled with tears. The tears ran down her cheeks. The hypnotist was shocked. I have never seen this before, he said. Her mind agreed not to cry, but her body ignored her mind. Elena woke up. She was crying. She did not know why. I feel sad, she said. But I do not know what I am sad about. The tears just came. Dr. Vex wrote in his notes. Hypnosis fails. Tears come from somewhere deeper than the conscious mind. Somewhere the body remembers even when the brain forgets. After 3 failed tests, Dr. Vex was tired. But the Institute wanted more. They wanted him to try one last thing. Something extreme. Block the tear ducts. Physically. Surgically. Dr. Vex argued. He begged. He said it was dangerous. The Institute did not care. Do it, they said. Or we will find someone who will. Dr. Vex found a human volunteer named Leo. Leo was brave. He knew the risks. He agreed to the experiment. The surgery was simple. A small procedure to close the tear ducts in Leo's eyes. He would still feel sad. He would still want to cry. But no tears would come out. For the first 3 days, Leo was fine. He laughed. He talked. He worked. On the 4th day, something changed. Leo stopped laughing. He stopped talking. He sat in his room and stared at the wall. On the 5th day, Leo stopped eating. He pushed his food away. Not hungry, he said. On the 6th day, Leo stopped smiling. His face was empty. Like a mask. No emotion at all. On the 7th day, Leo did not get out of bed. Dr. Vex was terrified. He ran tests. Leo's body was healthy. His heart was strong. His lungs were clear. But his mind was sick. Very sick. What is happening? Lynn asked. Dr. Vex had no answer. He called a human doctor. The human doctor looked at Leo and shook his head. You blocked his tears, the doctor said. So the sadness has nowhere to go. It is building up inside him. Like water behind a dam. The dam will break. Or he will break first. What do we do? Asked Dr. Vex. Open the tear ducts. Now. Dr. Vex did the surgery himself. He opened Leo's tear ducts. Then he sat next to Leo's bed and waited. Leo opened his eyes. He looked at Dr. Vex. Then he started to cry. Not a few tears. A flood. He cried for 1 hour. Then 2 hours. Then 3 hours. Dr. Vex did not leave. He stayed. He watched. He waited. After 3 hours, Leo stopped crying. He sat up. He drank water. He ate food. He smiled. I feel better, Leo said. Much better. Dr. Vex sat back in his chair. His body was shaking. He understood something terrible. Crying was not just something humans did. It was something humans needed. Like breathing. Like eating. Like sleeping. Without tears, humans broke. Not their bodies. Their minds. Their hearts. Their souls. Dr. Vex sent a final message to the Institute. The experiment is over. We cannot stop human crying. We should not try. Crying is not a weakness. It is a survival tool. Humans need tears the way they need air. Take away their tears, and you take away their will to live. I will not run any more tests. I quit. He turned off his communication device. Then he sat next to Leo and watched the humans sleep. Peacefully this time. No more dam. No more flood. Just rest. And Dr. Vex finally understood. Tears were not the problem. Tears were the answer. The Krog were coming. Everyone knew it. Their ships had been seen at the edge of the solar system. 500 warships. All aimed at Earth. The human leaders were scared. They had never fought the Krog before. No one had. The Krog had conquered 100 worlds. They had never lost a battle. We need weapons, said the generals. We need soldiers. We need bombs. But a woman named Elena stood up. She was a diplomat. Not a soldier. Her job was to talk, not to fight. Let me go to them, she said. Let me talk. The generals laughed. Talk. They do not understand talking. They understand strength. Elena did not laugh. Then let me show them a different kind of strength. The leaders agreed. They had nothing to lose. The Krog would attack in 3 days anyway. Elena took one small ship. No weapons. No soldiers. No guards. Just herself and a small recording device. She flew to the Krog fleet. The Krog ships were huge and black. They looked like mountains of metal. Elena's ship looked like a small bird next to them. The Krog allowed her to land. They were curious. No one had ever come to talk before. Everyone else ran or fought. Elena walked onto the Krog command ship. The Krog were tall and gray. Their faces had no expression. No smiles. No frowns. Nothing. They looked like statues. Their leader was named General Tharn. He was the tallest of them all. His voice was cold. You are the human diplomat, he said. Have you come to surrender? Elena stood straight. No, she said. I have come to show you something. General Thorn laughed. It was a dry sound. Like rocks falling. Show me what? Your weapons. Your army. We have seen them. They are weak. Elena said nothing. She pulled out her small recording device. She pressed play. The first video showed a human funeral. A woman was crying over a grave. Her face was wet. Her body was shaking. Around her, other humans were crying too. Holding each other. Weeping. General Thorn watched. His face did not change. What is this? He asked. This is sadness, Elena said. This woman lost her husband. She is crying because she loved him and now he is gone. Crying is weakness, said General Thorn. We do not cry. Elena did not argue. She played another video. This one showed parents in a hospital. Their child was sick. Very sick. The parents were crying, holding the child's small hands. Tears falling on the white sheets. More weakness, said General Thorn. But his voice was less sure now. Elena played another video. A man crying over his dying dog. A woman crying when a house burned down. A child crying after falling off a bicycle. General Thorn watched each one. His soldiers watched too. No one spoke. Then Elena played a different video. This one showed a wedding. A man and a woman stood at the front of a room. They were smiling. But they were also crying. Tears of joy ran down their faces. General Thorn's eyes widened. Why are they crying? He asked. They are happy. Happy beings do not cry. Elena smiled. Humans do. We cry when we are happy. We cry when we are sad. We cry when we see something beautiful. We cry when we say goodbye. We cry when we say hello. She played more videos. A family crying when a lost dog came home. A soldier crying when he saw his baby for the first time. A girl crying when she got a good grade on a test. An old man crying when he held his wife's hand after 50 years of marriage. General Thorn stopped laughing. He stared at the screen. His cold face seemed softer somehow. Why? He asked. Why do you cry for happy things? Elena put down the recording device. She looked at General Thorn with kind eyes. Because we feel everything, she said. Deeply. Joy. Grief. Love. Fear. Hope. We do not hide from our feelings. We do not pretend they are not there. We share them. With our family. With our friends. With anyone who will listen. That sounds painful, said General Thorn. It is, said Elena. But it is also beautiful. When we share our pain, it becomes smaller. When we share our joy, it becomes bigger. Crying is how we let the feelings out. If we kept them inside, we would break. General Thorn looked at his own soldiers. They had never cried. Never shared pain. Never felt deep joy. They were strong. Yes. But they were also empty. We do not understand, he said. But his voice was quiet now. Almost sad. Elena stepped closer. I know you do not. But that is why I came. Not to surrender. Not to fight. To show you what it means to be human. We are not the strongest species. We are not the smartest. But we feel. And feeling is what makes us survive. General Thorn was silent for a long time. His soldiers waited. The whole fleet waited. Finally, he spoke. We came here to destroy you. We thought you were weak because you cry. But now I see, crying is not weakness. It is something else. Something we do not have. It is called heart, said Elena. General Thorn looked at her. For the first time in his life, he felt something strange. Something new. He did not have a word for it. But it felt like warmth. Like sadness. Like hope. Call off the attack, he said to his soldiers. His officers were shocked. General, we have 500 ships. They have nothing. I know, said General Thorn. That is why we cannot fight them. They have nothing we can destroy. But they have something we cannot fight. What? Asked the officer. General Thorn looked at Elena. At her small body. Her kind eyes. Her wet cheeks. She was crying. Not from fear. From hope. Feelings, he said. They have feelings. And feelings are too big. Too powerful. Too real. The Krog fleet turned around. 500 ships left the solar system. Earth was safe. Elena flew back home. When she landed, the human leaders asked her how she did it. I showed them tears, she said. And they saw something they had never seen before. A species that feels. A species that shares. A species that cries together. That scared them, asked the general. Elena wiped her eyes. Yes, she said. Because they have never felt anything. And nothing is more scared of something than nothing. She walked away. Behind her, the sun was rising. And somewhere in the dark of space, General Thawne was sitting alone, trying to understand the strange wetness on his own face. For the first time in his life, a Krog was crying. He did not know why. But he knew one thing. He would never attack Earth. Not because he was afraid of dying, but because he was afraid of feeling. Dr. Vex returned to his home world with tired eyes and a heavy heart. He had seen things he could not explain. He had learned things he could not forget. The Galactic Science Institute called him to a great hall. All the leaders were there, the smartest minds in the galaxy. They wanted to hear his final report. Dr. Vex stood at the front of the room. He looked at the faces of his people. Cold, logical, emotionless. They had no idea what was coming. I have studied humans for 1 year, he began. I have collected their tears. I have tested their sadness. I have tried to stop them from crying. I have failed. The leaders whispered to each other. They did not like failure. Dr. Vex continued. Human tears are not salt water. They are medicine. They heal the body. They calm the mind. They kill bacteria. When a human cries, they are making themselves stronger. One leader raised a hand. We know this. You told us already. Yes, said Dr. Vex. But that is not the important part. The important part is what happens after. He clicked a button. A screen lit up behind him. It showed a video of 2 humans. One was crying. The other was holding her. This is what makes humans dangerous, Dr. Vex said. When a human cries, they do not hide. They do not run away. They find another human. And they say, without words, I hurt. Help me. The video showed the second human putting an arm around the first. Holding her. Not fixing anything. Just being there. And the other human always helps, Dr. Vex said. Always. They do not think about it. They do not calculate if it is worth their time. They just help. Because that is what humans do. The leaders watched the video. The crying human was getting calmer. Her body was relaxing. Her tears were slowing. The tears release chemicals into the air, Dr. Vex said. The second human breathes them in. And something strange happens. The second human to heal too. Not from any injury. From the act of caring. Helping another human makes humans healthier. Stronger. Happier. He clicked another button. The video changed. It showed a group of humans crying together. At a funeral. At a hospital. At a wedding. When humans cry together, they heal together, Dr. Vex said. They turn their pain into togetherness. And then they get back up. They do not stay down. They do not give up. They wipe their tears and try again. The room was very quiet. No other species does this, Dr. Vex said. We run from pain. We hide our sadness. We think it is shameful. But humans run toward pain. They share it. They hold each other. They make each other stronger. A leader stood up. Her name was Commander Zill. She was famous for being fearless. Are you saying humans are dangerous because they cry? She asked. Dr. Vex nodded. Yes. But not because crying is violent. Because crying is connection. And connection is the most powerful force in the universe. Commander Zill sat down. She did not look fearless anymore. She looked confused. Dr. Vex read his final words. He had written them carefully. He wanted every being in the galaxy to understand. Human tears are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of connection. When a human cries, they are not breaking down. They are opening up. They are saying to the world, I hurt. Help me. And other humans always help. That is what makes humans dangerous. Not their weapons. Not their ships. Their ability to turn pain into togetherness. No other species does this. We run from pain. Humans run toward it. They hold each other. They cry together. They heal together. And then they get back up. Do not try to understand human sadness. You cannot. Just know this, a species that can cry together can survive anything. He put down his notes. The room was silent. No one argued. No one questioned. Because deep down, they all knew he was right. Commander Zill stood up again. Her voice was soft. What do we do now? Dr. Vex shrugged. Nothing. We leave them alone. We do not try to fix them. We do not try to change them. We just watch. And maybe we learn something. The meeting ended. The leaders left. But Dr. Vex stayed. He watched the video one more time. The crying humans. The holding. The healing. He felt something strange in his chest. Something warm. Something new. He did not have a word for it. But it felt like hope. Far away on Earth, a small child was learning to ride a bicycle. Her name was Lily. She was 4 years old. Her mother was watching from the porch. Lily pushed the pedals. The bicycle moved. She smiled. Then the bicycle tipped over. Lily fell. She scraped her knee on the ground. For a moment, she was quiet. Then her face changed. Her eyes filled with water. She cried. Her mother ran over. She did not say stop crying. She did not say be brave. She just sat down next to Lily. She picked her up. She held her. I know it hurts, the mother said. It is okay to cry. Lily cried for a few minutes. Her mother held her. The tears fell on the ground. The chemicals went into the air. Lily's knee started to feel better. Her heart started to feel better. After a while, Lily stopped crying. She wiped her eyes with her small hands. She looked at her mother. Can I try again? She asked. Her mother smiled. Of course. Lily got back on the bicycle. She pushed the pedals. She did not fall this time. She rode down the street, laughing. A few feet away, hidden behind a tree, an alien observer watched. He was from the Galactic Science Institute. He had been sent to watch humans without being seen. He saw the child fall. He saw her cry. He saw her mother hold her. He saw the child get back up. He took out his small notebook. He wrote just one line. This is why they survive. Not because they are strong, but because they are not alone. He closed the notebook. He looked at the child riding her bicycle. She was smiling now. Her knee was still red. But she did not care. She was moving. She was trying. She was living. The alien observer turned and walked back to his hidden ship. He had seen enough. He understood now. Humans were not dangerous because they could hurt you. They were dangerous because they would never leave you behind. They would cry with you. They would hold you. They would help you get back up. And that, he realized, was the most terrifying thing in the universe. Not because it was scary, but because it was beautiful. And nothing is more powerful than something beautiful that refuses to give up.